check out Bwana Devil. This is one of the historic holy grails of restoration because it was advertised as the first 3D movie. Not true, because there were a couple features before that, 1922. But this was the first 3D movie that was color and sound, and it used the polarized format, which is essentially similar to the ones that's most commonly used today in most movie theaters. So this is a first, beautifully restored by the 3D Film Archive appropriately, and it includes black and white introduction. It starts out in 2D and then pops into 3D when the narrator gives the word. Very strong 3D, and it even gives a powerful 3D glimpse into the camera rig that was used. And we also get a little comedy bit from Beanie and Cecil. And by the way, all these screenshots are in 3D. If you're a member of the channel, you'll get to see the side-by-side 3D version viewable on 3D TVs and projectors and other displays. So anyway, the movie starts off with opening titles that are on transparencies, moved sideways with various props to give layers of depth. If you've subscribed to this channel for a while, you might remember I uploaded a 3D version of the opening titles that would just utilize the sideways movement and duplicated and offset one side to make it 3D only when it was moving sideways, so it looked kind of similar, but this is the real deal now. And then right from the first actual shot of the movie after the titles, you can see, oh, this is going to be good, because both in the 3D, of course it's strong 3D as it often was then, but also in the film elements and the scan. They're in good condition and they're scanned at 4K, so they're nice, crisp, detailed visuals. And of course, an essential part of any 3D film restoration is the alignment of the two views and placement of the stereo window, and even fine-tuning little things here and there, like in shots with extended range of depth from front to back. 3D Film Archive took the care to keyframe the stereo window placement. When the characters are farther away from the camera, you'll notice the overall depth is moved as close together as possible for the most comfortable viewing, and then when necessary, when the characters step forward, that's when they're aligned towards the front, and you'll notice the back move farther apart. Now, there are some things that even the best restorationists can't fix. Stereo errors such as very slight delay between eyes, and this happened when it was filmed, and it can't be fixed after the fact. It can only be fixed as close as possible, but there's only so far you can go. Like if there's a slight discrepancy in the filming between the two cameras, you'll notice some vertical parallax on occasion, and some shots suffer worse than others. Many shots are perfect, some are just ever so slightly off and only show when there's significant movement. Another key example is when these men are walking, the delay between eyes makes the arms in different positions, so the arms seem to be sticking out farther than they normally are, while the legs, on the other hand, which should be on the other side of their body, look like they're coming forward through the other leg. There's also some interesting techniques used for rear projection. Now, this was used often in older movies. Before green screens, they would have a background or backdrop or effects projected onto a rear projection screen that the actors would stand in front of. Doing this with a 3D movie makes it much more plainly obvious, because there's depth with whatever props are in front, such as these branches being moved sideways, with this stock footage in the background that's also less clear and very noticeably flat. There's also like the gimmicky shots of the kiss of the actor and actress coming up to the camera, which is kind of goofy. But the good far outweighs the bad. This is essential for a serious 3D movie collection. Lots of great dramatic angles. Climbing up this hill, you see the rocks coming up towards the bottom half of the screen. It really puts you in it. And another great shot that comes to mind was the tribesmen walking through the swaying plants, and that spear coming in that direction. A very dramatic shot. And down to the ending scene, which curiously triggered memories of Jaws. So yeah, check it out. Bwana Devil. See you next time.